Who do you think has the worst taste?
This season?
In
Or
general.
in general?
In general. Oh, I thought you couldn't think of anybody. You're looking at me. F you. F you, bitch. I helped glue your wig the night you lost Drag Race.
No,
Yes.
that's why I lost.
Yeah. No, you lost well before that moment. You lost well before that moment. Welcome back to The Pit Stop, the only official recap show for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. I'm your host, Bianca Del Rio, and today I am joined by a fan favorite. One fan likes her. A very popular queen who's been to The Pit Stop many, many times, but this is her first time here with me. Please welcome Kimberly Chi.
Hello, don't call it a comeback. I've never been here with Bianca.
Now this is it. This is a first for you and me.
Yeah, I was very excited, and we're matching.
We are matching today. And
color of our holes.
I do know. Oh, yeah. Your hole's pink?
Yeah, yours isn't?
At my age.
Oh, you're the black hole that they keep talking about.
A big old black hole. Big old black hole. Now, the question I have to ask you is, who has been your favorite pit stop host? Thank you. Okay, great. I tell you, Kim, this is exciting because I know you and I have shared several hateful texts from one another.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bitch, don't
it must
lie.
be another
You are-
team that you're texting.
You
Yeah.
are shady. You are shady. We are notorious for writing nasty things to one another and also sending really bad photos of many queens.
I think they're great photos, queens, and I just want to share the love with my sisters.
Oh,
you
you're
know?
a lying bitch. Yeah. Now, before we get into the episode, I have to ask you, what is it like being the makeup TikTok queen?
Honestly, it's a blessing. I get to see people from across the world, you know, put on makeup that I created. I feel like I'm gifting people the art of beauty.
And that's amazing. Honestly, I mean, there's a lot of drag queens that have makeup lines, but yours is really, really successful.
Thank you. I mean, I use all my products from head to toe, you know, and you've used my products too. You know?
I have used some and they are good, but I have now kind of moved out into the world of Marc Salons and Sharpies because
Okay,
it's a
yeah.
little more permanent and it's actually the Silky Nutmeg Ganache collection.
And I thought you was more like a charcoal, but you know.
I
like a
started
shadow.
started with charcoal. I have moved on because I have money now. I have money now.
Bianca, I've noticed that your voice is a little extra handsome today.
Because I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm a man and it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Yes, no, I am on the struggle bus today, but I guarantee you it'll be fixed in 2 episodes.
No, keep it. It fits you.
Oh, shut up. Finally, my voice is matching my standards. Low. Now, you've released your first graphic novel, Donatella Hamachi and the Library Avengers. Tell us all about your book.
So I've actually released 2 books.
Two!
So, yeah.
2!
So one is a young adult novel about this queer kid saving his local library.
Aww.
The second one is a cookbook called Kimchi Eats the World.
Now, what do you cook in that book? Because the only recipe you gave me was for crystal meth.
I've never done crystal meth.
Of course
but,
not.
You know,
Yeah, that's why she's so skinny. Diet and
doesn't make
exercise.
you skinny. Should I try some?
What? Yeah, you should try
Where
some.
can I get some?
Oh, I got people. So wait, you got a cookbook and you
Yes.
have a book about a boy saving a library.
Yes.
What's the name of the cookbook?
The cookbook is called Kimchi Eats the World, and it's all my favorite recipes that I've eaten around the world and how to recreate them in your American kitchen.
I have to say the one that I really enjoyed the most was where you mixed and regret. What was that? The sponge?
Actually, what does it taste like? You
What
tell
does
me.
it taste
I
like?
don't know.
Well, it depends on the individual.
Okay.
Okay, because they say things like, you know, if you drink or if you actually eat.
Is it kind of like a wine where you like swish it around and you're like, I'm getting like little notes of like mineral and...
No, it's not that liquidy.
Okay.
No, it's kind of like ranch.
Okay.
Yeah, like, you know, you might want it on pizza, you might want it on vegetables.
A
Yeah.
little tang from like the buttermilk.
That's
you know?
it. Yeah. It's a little. Yeah, I think it does depend on the individual though.
What the sweetest you've ever tasted?
The sweetest I ever tasted. Well, it was okay. Well, it wasn't there, but it was somewhere where I was eating, and it was from somebody else.
Okay, that sounds hot.
All right, let's get into it. The queens are back in the workroom after last week's non-elimination, and the queens are coming for Discord and those safety pins. What do you think about safety pin gate?
I think the girls have every right to be frustrated.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's lucky that no one went home this week.
Truthfully, but in the end, she's been kind of safe this whole season, you know? So I was kind of like, yeah, send that bitch home. She needs to go, and so does Kenya. Whole nother story. Whole nother story.
But I'll say Discord has been entertaining, and she brought some iconic moments in the runway.
What,
you know?
that walk?
Thanks to Discord, no one is talking about my walk anymore.
Oh,
so, you know
yes,
what?
yeah, you were the originator. You were the
exactly.
OG.
So I'm forever grateful for Discord.
So
you
she's
know?
moved on. She's
Yeah.
actually taken your walk to another level.
You know, I passed on my gift and honor to you, you know?
I've walked like that on occasion.
Yeah, I mean, I walk like that all day.
Well, I mean, like, mainly because I had hemorrhoids once, and that was kind of like the awkward moment where you have to just walk like, you know. But they're used to old people doing it, so it's not as shocking. But she puts on a safety pin dress, and it's fashion. She's fierce. And if you don't think it's fierce, she'll tell you it's fierce. She gets on my nerves.
At least I'm fat, you know, and then, you know, you have the fat people shuffle where we don't want
The
you to
shuffle.
dive to shave, you know?
Yeah.
But she's a skinny girl. She has no business walking like that.
No, thank you. Kimchi has spoken.
Yeah.
So last episode, Jane got her third win. How do you feel about Miss Jane Don't?
I mean, she's definitely the front runner, and I feel like the way they're talking about the workroom, they're like really hyping her up, you
Right.
know? Which also like, you can only go like down from, you know, such like a high bar.
Right, but I think she's
very nerve-wracking.
I think she's a very capable contestant.
She also understands like every challenge that is like thrown at her and then like what they're like asking her to do.
She does the job.
So.
She does the job, and sometimes better than others, but we'll get to that soon. All right, Kim, move. All right, Kim, let's get into that new... I gotta use lower register. All right, Kim, let's get into the new episode. It's a new day in the workroom when Ru shows up to announce this week's mini challenge. So this challenge is Scent Bird Perfume Video. Now, do you wear perfume?
Oh, all the time.
You have to.
I feel like with drag, you should hit them with all senses, including scent.
Yeah, I think it's important to have it, especially some of these queens that don't wash their shit. You need something to
Exactly.
mask and distract. What'd you think of this little mini challenge?
It's interesting because some girls like put so much effort into their look, like Mikey's wearing like a full gown
Yes.
and hair, and then Darlene is just like the flattest wig.
Oh,
and
honey, that
like,
wig. That
Like no
wig.
given in the outfit.
Nope, digging at the bottom of the bag going, this is what I got left. And that is interesting with mini challenges because you never know what they're gonna ask of you or how much time you're gonna get ready. So
Yeah.
they just throw it on. Mikey gave a great look, and just for that, I think Mikey deserved to win
Yeah.
whatever that challenge was. I've been known to spray my crotch. In that little mini challenge, who gave you the best look?
I'll say Mikey gave the best look, and the rest were just kind of like, you know, they're like performing a third number on a Wednesday look, you know?
That's
You know
very
what I
specific.
mean?
I know. That's that 2 o'clock in the morning number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
They're
you.
like, oh, what else do I have in my closet that I could just throw in for the last number of the night?
I
You know?
agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Kimberly Chi. All right, moving on. Ru announces that this week's Maxi Challenge will be having the queens toasting and roasting Miss Alyssa Edwards. Here we go. Do you happen to have a favorite Alyssa moment?
She's given some like a lot of iconic lip sync. Her fight with Coco is
Always
pretty
good.
iconic, you know? Yeah.
I think traveling with her is always a treat. A treat. You know what I mean?
oh, yes.
Like in real life.
I've been on many tours with her.
Yes.
And, you know,
She's special.
she's very special.
She's very
Yes,
special.
Yes.
There was one time we were on one of those group tours and we were in Mexico City, and she decided in between dates to go do another date. And they said, no problem as long as you make it back. We were all there.
Oh, yes.
And she showed up to the meet and greet. Not even the meet and greet. She showed up pre-show. She got in that day and then took that nap, remember?
Yep,
And then
yep.
showed up to the show later. Like she didn't have time for the show.
Yep.
She's rotted. She's rotted. God, but I love her.
What an icon.
You did the roast on your season of Celebrity Drag Race. What is the key to success?
Being funny, and I think delivery.
Wait, that delivery was good.
Yeah.
I just like being funny. Not much. Thank you, Kim. I wish you would have given these girls a pep talk because they needed to hear that because a lot of them were not.
But also, like, you need a punchline, you know? You can't just say mean things, you know?
What do you mean? Now, you know where I stand on this, but I'm curious, from your point of view, how far is too far?
If you go to a roast show and if people are recording you,
It can be tricky.
It can be tricky. Use your judgment accordingly.
Yeah.
But if it's one of those shows where they like lock up your phone in a yonder pouch, you know, then by all means say whatever you want. People that go to roast know, you know, they're
Right.
getting some like offbeat like jokes, and
Should
so they
be.
know what to expect. But people just scrolling through, they
No
see a little
context.
clip, no context.
Yeah, it could be
see a
problematic.
5-second clip, and they're like, oh, you're racist.
Of
or,
course,
you
you're
know,
like, no.
there was like a whole build up, you know.
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely. Are there any bombs from any previous roasts that you might have remembered that we can't get out of our minds?
I remember Pheromones, Rest Get This Roast to Cook In. Pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Oh, Blair St. Clair's.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And of course, the all-time, it wasn't necessarily a roast, but it was a comedy challenge, was Laganja Estranja.
Icon.
Best ever, the best ever.
Aw.
Well, moving on, the queens sit down with Michelle Visage, an extra special guest and very funny comedian, Osco, for a table read and comedy work session. Now, I have a problem with this strategy Them all sitting down, and the thing is, I wouldn't bother giving these hoes my
My
material.
jokes, yeah.
I wouldn't,
Yeah.
because I don't trust a bitch. Because
Exactly.
they will gladly take it. A couple of seasons ago, that bitch took the other girl's jokes.
I would just bomb this session.
Right, and make them worried,
Yeah.
and then deliver.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Sneak attack. Sneak attack. Now, do you love Osco as much as I do?
Oh, she's a personal friend of mine. I wish
Personal?
Personal.
Well, you're friends with everybody. You're friends with her. You're friends with Ali Wong as well, who
yes,
I love.
yeah.
Yeah, I met her many, many times, and she's lovely, and her husband's very sweet. And I love all her little videos with her grandmother. It's so great.
I was just at her home a couple of weeks ago for her Lunar New Year party.
Oh, how
so,
fabulous. I
yeah.
didn't get an invitation.
Be born as Asian next life.
Oh. Is that the requirement?
It is a Lunar New Year party. Do you celebrate Lunar New Year?
Not what I would if I was invited to the party.
That's true. You will show up to a party.
Thank you. I am the party, bitch. Now, what do you think about Mikey putting Discord first?
Great move.
I think
but
so,
also,
too.
I hate how she was like, this is the time for you to like shine and prove yourself. Like, it feels a little like demeaning, you know?
Well, first and foremost is that Discord just has been safe and floating. You know, and I'm sorry, I'm still pissed at her with the safety pins. I don't think she should be there. She should have gone home because that wasn't the requirement of the challenge.
Yeah.
But I can't rewrite history. I can't. Now, what do you think about her sitting at that table just writing the entire time? Do you think she's really writing stuff or she's just doodling?
I hope she was writing. You know what? I hope she was writing. I hope she was writing better jokes.
But it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's true.
It didn't happen. I think she was just trying to do it to be and throw everybody off.
Which I respect.
I do too, if the outcome would have been better.
Better, yeah.
Now, I have an opinion on this, but I'm gonna ask you, what are your thoughts on Mikey putting Jane second, where it's nowhere near Mikey? I think it's a brilliant move.
Strategically, it was a great move to put her
Away from herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially right before Juicy. Yeah.
Speaking of Juicy on the struggle bus, birthed from a ladder joke. Take a minute.
It didn't land, but also, you
Okay,
know,
didn't let, what the did it mean?
I'm sure it meant something in her head, you know?
But have you ever given birth on a ladder?
Who's giving birth on a ladder?
That's what I'm asking. Like,
Also, why are we dropping babies on a ladder?
Because babies need to be dropped.
Even in our head, you know, like, why are babies dropping out of ladders?
I associate everything with this. When I see somebody young say something so stupid, I just go, must be a TikTok thing. You know, it's like 6'7". What the does
Followed
that
by the
mean?
Gen Z stare.
Yeah, back in my day, 6'7" was a size. You know what I mean? It's not like, hello, I was like that. Stupid. I don't get it. Next up is Nene Coco. Nene is just in her head, and she does this every challenge. She gets indecisive, like, I don't know, I want to be lead, I don't want to be lead. I want this part, I want to go first, I want to go second, I want to be in the sound shop.
It's crazy because early in this season, she started off so strong and she seemed so confident in
Yeah.
everything she does. And she was like, I really think about like my approach to things. So she seemed like a thoughtful queen, and now she's just kind of like all over the place.
Right. I'm not amused. I'm not interested. Does Nene's mental games remind you of anyone from your season?
No one from my season. The mental games?
Indecisive, perhaps slightly crazy, in need of medication.
Actually, the entire cast of my season. Thorgy, actually.
Yes. Let's take a moment for Thorgy.
Pour one out.
Oof, honey, she can drink.
Here, let me just finish my wine.
Oof, she can.
Yes.
That also explains the bloat. Do you think that Mike is gonna sabotage herself by putting herself last in the roast?
It seemed like a very confident move, but you know, if she can do it, if she thinks she can do it, you know, my hat's off to her. I would not put myself as a closer. There's so much pressure.
Where would you put yourself in this lineup?
Maybe like second to last.
Second to last.
Yeah.
I would say go first. Go first with a bang. You know, just jump from the ladder. And I think that's the best spot to be because then they all have to follow you.
Because you're naturally funny.
No, not necessarily, but I just think that get it out of the way. So after listening to Osco and Visage give their comedic notes, who are you worried about in this moment?
I'm definitely worried for Nene Coco. Definitely worried for Juicy. Actually, I'm worried for most of them.
Okay. Noah's a front runner.
Everybody except for Jane don't. You know,
Yeah.
seems to be in the struggle bus a little bit.
I think Jane is great. I think Jane is smart, and I think Jane is polished, which I think is what the girls are going, oh, she's good at everything. No, that's what a polished queen does.
Yes.
Back in the workroom, the queens are getting ready for the main stage when Darlene reveals that she's gonna give a different flavor. Now, let me just preface this. I like Darlene. What are your thoughts on Darlene?
She seems like a wholesome person.
Enjoyable.
Yeah, enjoyable.
Funny.
Yeah.
You know, quirky.
Like,
She's a good time. She's a good time
yeah.
girl. But comedy, I don't see.
Doing quirky comedy has worked for other queens in the past, you know.
Name one.
I remember when like Alaska and Alyssa did their little routine
No.
in All Stars 2.
No. I don't remember it.
Well, it worked for Alyssa because it brought her back into the competition.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember now. No, that was good. That was good. I have to, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. So Nene, of course, is in her head. She's heard the girls say, don't go in so hard. Do you think that's a good way to approach this?
No, I feel like Rose, you should go all the way in.
Go in.
As long as it's funny, you should go all the way in. Yeah.
Go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no lube. Run and
Yeah.
start. Right in
I think
there.
that's a terrible advice.
Yes! I don't trust those. Now, do you think it's a problem that Kenya's that confident?
No, it's not a problem because
Well, it's not a problem in the competition.
Yeah.
But it might be bad for the actual challenge.
Yes.
Right.
But for the viewer, it's delicious to watch.
For us, yeah, 'cause we're like, ah, ha, 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 ha. She's got a false sense of where she is in the competition. I've had issues with her the past few episodes. I think she should have gone home a couple of episodes ago.
Or sometimes when you feel like you're in the bottom, you just kind of have to be a little delusional to like boost up your self-esteem.
Who's got time for self-esteem?
Kenya.
I don't know. I don't see what the judges see.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, she lights up a room. They usually say that when you're dead. You know, they always say that. Seriously, every episode of Dateline. Oh, she's dead. Oh, but she lit up a room. She talked to everybody. Well, that's why they killed her.
Yeah.
Now, Mikey does this thing, as the girls pointed out, where she's like powering down, where she's like talking you for 1 minute and just. So I'm asking you, what do you think about this? Do you think that's genuine, or do you think it's like some little act she's doing? Do you believe it?
When the edible kicks in.
See, that's it.
Yeah.
So that's when you power down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a frequent thing?
Oh, whenever I take an edible, you know.
Did you take one today? Back on the main stage, it's time for a toast. I mean, a roast. And Ru is joined by Michelle, Ross, and extra special guest judge, Oscar. And of course, the lady of the hour, Miss Alyssa Edwards. What'd you think of Miss Alyssa making her entrance?
The look is very Alyssa.
The look is very Alyssa.
The wig is giving brains with rhinestones a little bit.
And we know she doesn't have that. She don't have a brain, but she got rhinestones. Alyssa just makes me laugh because she's just that.
Genuinely Alyssa.
She's Alyssa. Yeah, like there's nobody like her, and there's no way to explain it until you're in the room with her.
Yes.
And as chaotic as she is on stage,
Yeah.
she's exactly that crazy and delusional off stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can get her to the stage.
Well, you can get her to the stage. Well. Now I'm curious, how would you roast Alyssa? I mean, because they all go back rolls and they all go all that. But like, is there anything you know secretly about her that you could go?
Oh, I know too much.
Pull
you
it
know?
from the arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. But also, I just feel like it's kind of like tired. I feel like Alyssa's catchphrase has been like regurgitated
done.
so many times.
Well,
you know?
it's the same thing with Michelle being a whore. That's been established. We know that.
Let's find
already.
some new angles. you
Yeah,
know?
let's find some new angles. That's what a whore usually says.
Exactly.
But first up is Miss Discord Adams. What did you think of Discord? Well, let's just start with the look. What do you think about that? I think the hood should have been turned around. That would have been better, just covering her face. This is what's weird, is that she was very confident, but yet kind of lost her way. I agree with Ross Matthews on that, but I just didn't find it funny.
Her opening line, any like Chicago queen would know. It's like,
Oh, because you're from Chicago as
Yeah.
well. You got
It
any
was like a
dirt
cheer
on her?
from, like,
you got
you
any
know-
dirt on her? Stop
No, no,
talking.
no.
Got any dirt?
no,
Oh, I don't trust you.
no. Actually, she lived in Chicago like after I moved out, so I actually didn't know her in Chicago during that time.
Next up is Miss Jane Don't. Now, she is doing the job / assignment. What do you think of Miss Jane Don't?
A solid choice, you
A
know?
solid choice?
Yeah, a lot of good jokes in there. Her delivery was good.
Delivery was very, very good.
Did the job, you know? I feel like I can tell that she has like hosting experience.
Right. Which I think is important.
Yeah, a lot of like young queens, you know, like who's never like hosted a show before, you can tell, you know, because they don't project, they don't.
No. My all-time favorite is when she called Ross the from the True.
That was so good.
I thought that was genius. That sounds like something I would say. That Alyssa's back was as wide as Texas. I enjoyed it. And that enjoyment did not last long because we went right to Juicy Love Dion. What'd you think of this?
She was telling the jokes like she was like reading a teleprompter.
Yeah.
It was like da 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 da. You know, like
Yeah.
where's the delivery? Where's the projection? Where's
And like when she performs, it's effortless. And
Yes.
this is always seems like it's a struggle between her mouth and her head.
Yes.
You know, I think, now I'm just gonna throw this out there, but I think her drag mother must have been drinking while pregnant.
Or drop from a ladder.
Drop from a ladder. That's it, drop from a ladder. I mean, the biggest laugh she got was when Alyssa interrupted her. You know what I mean? That was pretty good. Where she was like, "It's gonna take me 3 times," and Mother
It'll take you
Alyssa's
3
like,
times longer. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Thank God for Alyssa. Next, we have Darlene Mitchell looking like Bette Midler from Big Business. What did you think of this performance?
I think it was one of those like performances where you had to be there, and maybe like there's like an inside joke between the girls that you
Yeah.
know like we're not catching.
I was lost. They were laughing so hard at stuff.
It's like were they just like laughing at her?
I don't
because
know.
They thought she was flopping, or did they genuinely think it was funny?
I don't know. And everybody's like, it was chaos, it was chaos. I didn't get that at all. And I love Darlene, but I did not understand what was going on.
I've seen people cause chaos on the street, and I never think it's funny.
Yeah, I didn't think it was like, ha ha ha, oh my God, I can't control myself. The best thing I thought that was kind of funny, a little zinger, was the shoe situation. You
Yes.
know, Michelle hates those shoes.
Yes.
And I thought, okay, that's kind of funny. But what I did see as a through line, I got confidence. She started out a little shaky.
Yeah.
She heard them laughing, and then she just kept building and building and building.
And at the end, they laughed. You know,
They did,
like
and you can't argue with the
did
laugh.
we laugh personally? Maybe
No.
not, but they laughed.
It's our taste.
And maybe you had to be there.
Maybe, which is never really a compliment. Maybe you had to be there.
Feel the energy in the room.
Maybe you had to be there, like me at the lunar party.
yeah.
Sure. But I wasn't invited. Next up, Nene Coco.
Well, you know, the shoulders in her dress is great.
Shoulders look nice.
And it's a very strong shoulder, and
It's
it's
a
a
nice
pretty
shoulder.
different silhouette for her.
Kind of like a little Star Trek shoulder.
Yeah. You know, and this has kind of nothing to do with like her comedy, but she kind of looks like that queen at every drag show.
Oh, that's a good Trinity Tuck outfit.
Like, you know, when she comes on stage, you're gonna get like a good 7-minute mix with
Yeah,
like
with 14
20 songs.
clips from a
yes,
movie.
Yes, yes. She's kind of giving relatable drag.
and I don't think we can top that.
And I appreciate that.
But super props to the joke about her shade of foundation being white privilege.
Privilege, yeah.
Okay, you had one. You had one. Next up is Kenya Pleaser. And I can tell you she didn't please me. What was that?
Her hair color is beautiful.
Okay, but you know, I blame everybody going, well, Kenya, you know, you're so lovable and you're so funny and you light up a room. Well, it did not show in this performance.
You know, you're not coming to Kenya Pleaser for comedy, I guess.
No, but it
yeah.
is a challenge.
Challenge.
Nothing. What was the thing about I brought my jelly? What was it? Who brings jelly anywhere? It's like when people say they're selling like hotcakes. When was the last time you bought a hot cake? Never.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on the street and somebody goes, I got hotcakes, get the away from me. I wouldn't be like, oh, I gotta go get one. They're selling like hotcakes. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, but I just had to get it out.
Oscar, you're in the streets?
Yes, well, I've been on the streets. Don't you walk the streets? Sometimes that's the only way I can get a compliment. Seriously, I walked down the street, the guy, what are you doing? Thank you, girl. Thank you. Okay, what were we talking about?
I'll say one thing she did successfully was project.
She was loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was loud.
Which, like, some of the other girls weren't doing.
No,
you
I know. I
So-
mean, the countless times. See, I don't understand that because I'm very soft-spoken. And people often say to me, speak up, Bianca, we can't hear you. You know, and I struggle with that in my
yeah.
confidence.
That explains the voice too, you know?
understand
You're
that.
soft, like demure.
Soft-spoken.
Yeah.
Soft-spoken.
Smooth as silk.
Do you know that I am a dub artist and I actually do voiceovers for porn?
Oh.
When
For
you hear-
cows? Cow porn?
No, when you hear, listen, next time you're listening to a porn and you hear,
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
that's me.
That was
Wait,
you?
that was really good. Hey, do it again, do it again.
Oh yeah? Daddy? I don't even know.
No, but if it's gay porn, it goes, sorry, you want to stop? Okay, this is to close to close things out. What'd you think of Mikey?
Mikey Meeks was good.
She did a really, really good job, and luckily she didn't power out.
her like little bit with this character, you know, it was great. You know, like you understand what she was trying to portray, and her jokes are funny.
Yeah, it was like, let me say something hateful.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was great, and she brought back that little Drew impersonation, which was cute to use against Ross.
Yes.
I thought she did really good. She surprised me because I think with all that powering down and stuff, I thought, she doesn't have the goods. She's really great. I would say, in my humble opinion, and you know how humble I am, I would say Jane is at the top. And second would be Mikey. I thought her spot was good. I thought her impression was good. I thought she did a lovely, lovely job. And she had that political joke, too, which I thought was so funny, where she was talking about, Alyssa doesn't even know what a trade war is. It's only when her trade, she's a top. Oh, God, I just had the visual of Alyssa as a top.
Even just like the visual of like Alyssa getting freaky, you know?
So out of everyone in the roast, who was your favorite?
Jane Don't.
Jane Don't, you agree with me?
Yes. And
Second
Mikey.
place, Mikey, I agree. I agree. Who was the worst? Kenya. Now, here we are. Let's get to the runway. Jokes aside, it's time for the runway, and the category is Swept Away. First up, it's Discord Adams.
You know, it's impressive that it was created by her, but can I be honest?
Please.
So many of like Mugler's like iconic looks have been recreated over and over again in Drag Race.
Queens
you
love
know?
it, yeah.
Like, this motorcycle, I've seen it in like hundreds of different queens, you know? I know this is supposed to be like flame, but I don't know. It feels a little crafty.
Ooh. The concept is good, but the
And then like this
execution.
like conservative mom hair, I don't know.
Yeah, the wig is not my favorite. It's a little Dita Von Teese burn victim. And then the outfit, I think the titties are too close together.
I get it, because she's like a motorcycle driving through the fire, you know? I just don't think it translated well.
Yeah.
And it almost feels a little diapery.
Diapery. Oh, in the crotch area. I think
Yeah.
it's because that bodysuit has some stripes. Remember that ugly bodysuit Bob the drag queen wore from Amazon?
Which one?
Oh. Exactly. It's a little clunky. Next we have Jane Don't. And my voice is getting worse.
So I see the Airtay's inspiration. But
I love
feel like,
Airtay. I love Airtay.
I feel like I think this look would have benefited from a little editing. I feel like there's too much with all these fringes, with the hips, with the hat,
Yep.
with the red hair.
Yep.
It's too much. It almost feels more spacey than like.
I see what you're saying. I think lower half looks good. The head looks shrunken on
Yes.
it. The headpiece seemed to sit kind of low.
It needs to be like much bigger and taller.
Bigger, yeah. Kind of proportionately it seems, but I do appreciate aspects of the outfit. I don't like it all together.
Yeah.
You know, I think the bust line is fabulous. I think the fringe is fabulous. The little hip action here, maybe if she didn't have the fringe on the side, you
And
know.
I feel like for the category being swept away, I think her mind is like much more creative than this one.
Oh,
you know?
okay. Yeah.
You know, these are just tassels.
Yeah,
You know?
I hear you. And I don't like the boots. I don't like the boots with it.
And we hate her. I'm kidding.
No. Next we have Juicy Love Dion. Now, Juicy always brings it on the runway. I love this whole pink and orange and lavender kind of approach. But I am curious as to why she has Kenya's silk bonnet dangling behind her. Now, I have had trouble folding a fitted sheet as well.
That's literally a fitted sheet.
It's literally a fitted
like
sheet.
a white satin fitted sheet that she's like
I'm
walking
like,
down the runway like this.
Girl, why white?
You why white? Yeah.
Why white?
Why isn't the colors of?
That's what I mean. If it would have been like purple on one side or orange or pink and in that sherbet family,
Yes.
it would have looked great. It's all, I'm telling you, it looks like she just picked up the bed
Fitted
sheet
bed sheet
and
and
ran.
go wee. Yeah.
But she did work the out of it.
Yes.
She was working that fitted sheet. And I wonder if it says inside like a real fitted sheet, top or bottom. Next we have Kenya Pleaser. She was called Tinkerbell, but I say it's Tinker Hell. Don't understand it.
You know, it's giving like Baby Queen first time at Pride.
Very that.
And I don't get these like Minnie Mouse like puff hair.
Fraggle Rock. That's a Fraggle Rock wig.
That lilac color is such like a matronly color.
Yes.
So for such like a youthful silhouette that she was going for, I don't understand why she picked this like drab color. If the whole thing was made out of like iridescent and lavender, I would have understood it more. If the wings were like 4 times the size.
It seems like a dress she had and then bought some wings.
Yes.
Next we got Mikey Meeks. Love the colors.
Love the colors.
I love that her little flowy thing matched. Proportionately, I think there's a couple of issues, but it's not the most offensive thing I've seen.
Yeah.
But the hair for this is giving me international ladyboy ping pong at the
Oh
club.
my God, yes, absolutely.
Yes! You know what I'm
it's
talking
a very specific
about.
reference, but you know when you see it, yes.
You know when you know. That
It's a ponytail with that hairline.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I think
But-
bigger tits would have like proportioned their body a little better.
Tits would have looked good.
Yeah.
That's because sometimes it looks like she's standing in a hole because she just cuts herself up. But I think a bigger tit would have been nice.
Yes.
I thought her face looked great. She's always got a pretty face when she's on.
She's stunning.
When she's on the runway. I just didn't like the hair, and that's me nitpicking.
Yeah.
That's me nitpicking. Then we have Darlene Mitchell.
Looking like Joan Rivers.
I don't get it. She raided Kasha Davis's closet. What is this?
Yeah, I don't understand because like when you see her in the workroom, she's like a young, youthful person.
Yes!
And on the runway, she looks like she's like in her 40s and 50s.
Right! And who wants to be in their 40s and 50s?
Yeah, I don't know. I would hate to be in my 40s and 50s.
But also, I hope you make it to your 40s and 50s.
I'm about
bitch.
to.
I just don't understand the look. And I don't want to hate her. I don't want to hate her because I like her.
You're a young, youthful queen. You know?
Right.
I'm not saying to dress like a toddler, but
No.
don't dress like an old lady. I love the concept of like this like chic lady like being blown away by the wind. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's like all the colors chosen for this outfit was drab. The wig choice was drab. You know.
Yeah, the scarf doesn't look like it goes with it.
It should have been like a fabulous long hair that was like flowing in the wind.
There you
not
go.
just like Raquel Welch.
And lastly, we have Nene Coco. What did you think of this outfit?
Okay, so I love the concept of this look.
Yep.
This like widow blowing her husband's ashes.
Did you ever see that episode of My Strange Obsession or that strange crazy people show where she was eating her husband from an urn?
No.
Oh my God, it was so good. Because they're like, oh, this is my crazy obsession. And she had the urn and she literally licks her fingers and ate her husband.
I've seen the episode where the lady eats toilet paper and then she gets like backed up for like a month.
What about the woman who ate drywall? Did you see that one? She would go to Home Depot and pick the wall. She'd sniff them and pick the drywall she wanted and just crack it and eat it, take it to work, put it in her purse, eat it in her car.
Did you see the one with the lady eating her scabs?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
That's fine. They call drag queens crazy. Bitch. Never ate a wall. Okay, back to Nene. I think, as you said, concept is good. Velvet doesn't flow at all.
no.
I guess she was counting on the ashes to fly.
The look should have been like a flowy, like black dress.
Fleetwood Mac giving me, something
Stevie
just,
Nicks, you're just
Stevie
like-
Nicks, witchy, yeah. Cute. I just thought the execution was kind of wah.
Yeah.
I want a little more. It's time for the judges' critiques, starting with Miss Jane Don't. The judges said they loved the look, they loved the roast. Wonderful night for you. Apparently it wasn't a wonderful night because she didn't win. I disagree with them. This is Darlene. The judges loved how far she took it. They loved all of her props. She was the surprise of the night. And then we have Mikey. They loved her roast, the performance, the character, the delivery, but yet she didn't win either. Did you agree?
I did.
If they gave out second place, she
For
would
sure,
get second
yeah.
place.
Yeah.
I would say.
Could have even won too, you know?
Oh, yeah,
Overall,
yeah.
for the whole night.
And then we have Juicy. Juicy didn't take it far enough, blah, blah, blah. Of course, she hasn't found her voice yet. So she's had issues with this, and Rue asked a couple episodes before, who are you? You know, that good moment. Who are you? What are you? A man in a wig? Anyway, she's struggling with a point of view. I think I agree with that. Your thoughts?
At this point, you know, like we know Juicy's like a young, fresh queen, and comedy isn't her strong suit, you know,
No.
so this is to be expected.
But there is potential.
Yeah,
Because
for
she is
sure.
charming.
Yes.
She is charming. I don't want to diss her too much.
And also, taste level is not something that like every queen has, you know, and you know, I feel like she has that, so I feel like.
Then we have Kenya. Now she's gotten away with her charisma for quite some time. That's what the judges say, but where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? I thought the judges had this on point. I think that they totally said what needed to be said, and we all know the outcome, but I agree with them on that. Do you?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. You know, I love Kenya. You know,
Yeah. Wasn't a good night.
but yeah.
Yeah. And Rue has made some decisions, and Darlene Mitchell is the winner of this week's challenge. If you agree with it, clap. If not, send a strongly worded email. I know I will.
You know, every hate comment is an engagement.
There you go. Juicy and Kenya are up for elimination. Now, this is Juicy's 4th time lip syncing. Good luck, Kenya. All right, turn around, Bright Eyes, because it's time for Juicy and Kenya to lip sync to Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. It is interesting that two young queens are doing this classic Bonnie Tyler number, and my personal favorite is watching Kenya sing both parts.
Like, why?
I didn't get it. But here we are in this moment. I gotta say, Juicy owns it. Juicy's giving it. She's got that bed sheet. She's working it. Dramatic. I loved it. Now, what did you think of Kenya's performance?
She looked like...
She looked like what?
She looked like Tinkerbell caught in storm.
That's a good look. That's a good look. Yeah, it wasn't a shining moment for her, you know?
You know, while Juicy looks like a supermodel, you know?
Complete supermodel. They're giving you a video.
The
vixen.
drama in the face, and, you know.
All right, Rose made her decision, and Juicy wins yet another lip sync, which means Kenya is eliminated.
As much as I love Kenya, it was time for Kenya to go. You know?
Can you imagine lip syncing against Juicy? Would you want to be in that position?
I'd just be like, you know what? It's my time to go.
You see?
You know?
You would leave before the lip sync.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd be like, I ain't going near her. There's two people. I would have to say Juicy is one. Second would have to be Trinity K. Bonet.
Oh,
I don't want to go near those bitches. I don't want to go near those bitches because they are good. They are good. Any thoughts on Kenya going home? I agree. All right.
I was gonna say I'm very upset.
Oh, okay.
I am distraught and ruined.
Tell us.
Cancel the season.
Talk to your camera. Tell him.
The season is ruined. And then I'm kidding. Yeah. Bye.
Well, Kimchi, thank you for joining me right here at RuPaul's Garage for another episode of The Pit Stop. Before you go, who are you rooting for this season?
This season, I am rooting for Juicy.
You're rooting for Juicy.
I also really like Mikey Meeks.
I mean, the way
I love
Juicy's...
Jane Don't.
Well, the way Juicy's saving her ass with all these lip syncs, you know, she could make it to the end. She could. Before you go, Kim, can you tell everybody where to find your makeup?
Of course, Kim's Chic Beauty is available on kimschicbeauty.com. You can also find it in many retailers, including CVS, Ulta.com. If you're in Canada, you know, like Shoppers. And various other places. So, you know, we're all over the world, but mostly check us out in kimschicbeauty.com.
There you go. Oh, you got real money. Well, thanks for watching. I'm Bianca Del Rio, and I will see you next week for another episode of The Pit Stop, the only official recap show for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. Until then, actually, I don't care what you do till then. I'll see you next week. Bye! Can you do that porn voice again for me? Good.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, I'll give you my agent's number. Work it out.
Hey there, it's Michelle Visage. Do you say yay for gay? Well then join me and subscribe to RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube channel.